Can you hear me now? I'm going to. I was more than halfway there, and then I realized that I haven't pressed go live, or I started the streaming software, but I didn't press go live on the YouTube page. So hopefully now it should be okay. Can you hear me? Я отиди спри там. Затвори просто прозорец. The practice run, yeah, it went okay. I didn't go until the end, but there wasn't a big shocker, but I'll just put in the picks, and because we are so late, I will just skip the drawing of votes, and I'll just put the picks alphabetically and with the number of balls for each pick, and I'll very quickly touch on the changes for this season, which is namely that the top 8 teams from the playoffs cannot move up more than 10 spots in the lottery, which means that they effectively can get not higher than 5th. I will show you that in a bit. But let me just finish putting in the. That's why you see here in the pop-up because of the dry run that we had. So everything has already been put in once. Man, I've never had such a disaster with any lottery or any live stream or video. First, I don't know if my mic died or if my computer needs some driver update or whatever. I'm gonna test it out tomorrow, but I'm now on my laptop, which has a lot smaller screen, so we have to work with the little space we have to make the lottery. And also I didn't have anything installed here, but hopefully we can see and read and hear me, and that we are going to go to the end this time with some audience and proof. After I put this, I will just glance over the other sheets of the spreadsheet on the right and about some interesting information. So yeah, this is the new stuff here. What I told you about this is these are the top 8 selections and the highest they can get in the first round. These are the results that we will draw in a bit, and these are some stats for the selections. So this year for the lottery, we have 3 selections for the ice dice and 3 for the tigers. But I think for the tigers, only one of the selections is actually eligible for the top selection. So that's why they only have 10.6% odds for first overall. So actually the ice dice have the highest odds for first overall, but the highest number of single balls belongs to the scouts with 29, because they won the consolation bracket. And we have a couple of picks with conditions, actually 4 of them, but only 2 of them can trigger, because the others have already, so to say, built-in protection due to the new rule change. So for example, the Wolfsburg selection is top 5 protected, but it can be no higher than 7th, so it's not applicable. And I think the other one is yes, the Sydney original Sydney selection, which is owned by the Tigers, is top 2 protected, but it can be no higher than 5th. So these are the two that are not applicable, but the ones which are for the Kamloops selection. So it is top 5 protected. And it can be no higher than 5th. So if it's 5th, then it becomes a 2026 first round pick goes to the Tigers, and the 5th round selection, 5th overall selection, will remain with the Blazers if the condition is triggered. And the other one is the original Red Bull pick, which was traded to the Vegas team by the Ramparts, and it is top 3 protected. So if this condition is triggered, then the Ice Dice will get the Ramparts 2027 first round selection without any protection. So these are the conditions. These are the initial odds, and these are put here. Hopefully everything is correct after 1 hour delay. Really sorry about that. So just the last check of everything before we hit submit, and then we reveal the picks. So Montreal from Odessa, Orlando from Chilliwack, 2 picks for the Ramparts, 2 picks from Sheffield, and interestingly enough, the Patriots can land the top selection with the original Ramparts pick. They have no restrictions. So Jeremy can have a great season turn into a season for the ages. So it is drawn. Now it only leaves us to reveal the selections, and we'll start as usual from the back. And the 20th overall selection is the one with the least amount of balls. So Kevin will have his own pick at number 20. So the champions will pick last. So pretty realistic here. Number 19 is also in order. So the original Upper Canada Patriots pick, which is owned by the Steelers. Next, the number 18 is the first one out of order, the original Sour Bears pick, which this is not, because the original Orlando should have had 17 balls. They have this pick. Did I mess up? Interesting. Either I didn't put the other picks in brackets. The brackets. All right. Yeah. Okay, it's okay. So the original Sour Bears pick had 12 balls. So the ones that they own from Chilliwack has 17 balls. Okay, so it's not mistake. Okay, I didn't screw up, at least not so far, or at least not anymore. So this is actually the Sour Bears own pick. So moving on, the Wolfsburg selection owned by the Las Vegas Ice Dice is number 17. So the one with the top 5 protection that could have landed no higher than 7th. Number 16 is the other pick owned by the Sour Bears, so the original Chilliwack one. So both of Will's picks, unfortunately for him, are quite late in the first round. The first of the 3 Hamilton selections, the one originally owned by the Millionaires, lands at number 15. So J didn't sacrifice a very high pick in this trade. And what I joked about a couple of minutes ago, the Upper Canada Patriots will not be as fortunate as I suggested they could have. So that they still land the 14th overall selection, not too shabby. Number 13 goes to the Ramparts. So Vince with the original Hanover selection is at number 13. And you see here on the right, from the remaining picks, we have two left, which have some restrictions. So basically, both of those picks can be no higher than fifth. If they are drawn higher than fifth, so we will draw the lottery as is. And if some of the picks land higher than they are allowed, we will move them back accordingly afterwards. So the next number 12 is the original Tigers selection, which had 26 balls. So they had the second highest chance of first overall with this pick, but landed at 12. Number 11 is the Oilers selection, which had 20 balls in the lottery. So Cape Breton goes 11. And we are into the top 10 now. Number 10 goes to Brooklyn. Mike's own selection is number 10, pretty much where the odds had it. Number 9 goes to the original picks of the Citadels, which is owned now by the Ramparts. So number 9 for Quebec. Quebec from Halifax. There it is. Number 8 goes to the Montreal pick, which was originally the Jackalopes. So this one could have been no higher than fifth, and it lands at number 8. So no moving back for this selection. Number 7 is the Mighty Camels pick. So Clint goes at number 7. Number 6 is the Las Vegas Ice Dice own selection, and Mark, this is his. He has one more in play. So these are the picks in play, as you see. One for the Scouts, Montreal, the Steelers, Las Vegas Ice Dice, and one pick for the Tigers, which can be no higher than fifth. So if it's not drawn at 5, it will move back to 5. So this is the Las Vegas selection. So this is already on the move up. So basically, it will be 4th. So we can put this here and see where it comes up in the lottery, but we already know that. Okay, let me just show you the actual, because I made a, a formula to help me out. And let's stick with what we see on the screen, and we'll move it back to the actual lottery afterwards. So number 4 is the Scouts selection. It lands at number 4, but we already know that it will move up one spot. Oh, my pick is still in play. This is exciting. I've never had such high pick. Number 3, there is the pick that, let me show you. So when I select this, it shows me that it can be no higher than 5th. So that's something I put to remind myself. So basically, this selection will slide back to 5th, and the others will move up accordingly to one spot. So now it is between the Steelers and the Wanderers for the top selection in the 2025 prospect draft of the, oh boy, I'm excited, of the UDL. And number 2, oh yeah, I don't know who I'm going to draft, but the Steelers have won the lottery. This is definitely because I was late. I was setting up for the Steelers to win the lottery. So congratulations also to the Wanderers on the second overall selection. Oh man, I didn't expect that. Well, I have to now make up my mind about the top selection. This is now the actual draft order for the first round. I think we need to check on this pick because I think it was one of the conditional picks. Yeah, it is top 3 protected only, so if it lands at number 4, so this condition doesn't trigger, but this condition does trigger. So please, Greg and Cam, just let me know if this condition is automatic, so automatically this pick, the number 5 selection, goes back to the Blazers in return for unprotected 2026 first round from the Blazers, which goes to the Tigers. Or does the condition basically mean that the Blazers have the right to flip back, to jump back in the first round? So anyway, well, that was the lottery. Thank you. I'm looking at the chat now. Well, congrats to the teams, to my team. I got to get my draft preparation up a notch because I was like expecting to basically have a fifth to land in the 5th to 8th spot and get the best player still on the board, but now I have to maybe take a closer look at Matthew Schaefer or Michael Misa, some of the higher prospects. So anyway, just before we go, the other new thing that is introduced with this year's draft order, that then after the first round, so what we see here is the draft order for the first round, and the second to 6th round will be no longer serpentine. All the rounds will be in the reversed order of the regular season standings from the 2025 season, so 24-25. So this is the other new thing for this year. And I will maybe early tomorrow I'll set up the whole draft order, and then we will reopen the trades again. Just please, Cam and Greg, let me know if this condition for the 5th overall selection is automatic. So if we need to flip back those picks, so for the Blazers to back in the 2025 first round, or they will still keep their unprotected 2026. Anyway, thanks all for joining, and despite the delay, I hope you enjoyed it, and bye bye. I will post everything on the league main page. Hey, see you. Bye.